How are we going to win this position here with white to move? And I want you to pause the video and think for yourself a minute, because this is the most important step to improvement. So I hope you pause the video and let's have a look at the position. And here in this position, we have queen against pawn. And the only way that the side that has a pawn can fight is when the pawn is on the second rank here, because it's black, and is supported by the king. Also, the white king is very far away, which doesn't help white. And also the queen on herself, she can't really deal with the pawn and the king. So we have to find a way to bring our king closer. So how are we going to do this? And we're going to do this by moving our queen closer to the pawn, giving checks. And then at one point, we force the black king to step in front of his pawn. And then it's time to bring our king closer. And let me show you how that goes. Here we play queen e7 check, king f2, queen d6. The pawn is attacked, and black has to defend the pawn again, king e2, queen e5 check, king f2. And here, once again, the threat is to promote the pawn, so we have to play queen d4 to prevent that. Now black has to defend the pawn again, king e2. Again, check, queen e4, king f2, queen d3. And here we have to, or here the king has to go to e1, since e2 is protected by the queen. And now this check we give right now is very crucial. It's queen e3 check, because that forces the black king in front of the pawn. And here in this position, of course, there's no promotion possible, and this is our time, or this is the time for the king, to be honest, to come closer, king b2, king b7. And since the king is so far away, we have to repeat that process, of course, because we need the king to also attack this pawn, and then black will be lost. So let's see how that goes. King c2, queen e2, we pin the pawn, because we have to prevent black from promoting the pawn. King c1, now promotion is possible, so we have to give a check. Queen c4 check, king b2, queen d3, king c1, queen c3, and this is again a crucial check, because the king has to step in front of the pawn. If he doesn't do it, if he goes to b1, for example, then we can just, of course, take the pawn and win very easily. So he has to step in front of the pawn. And now it's time to bring our king closer again. And we repeat that, queen c2, king e1, queen e4 check, king f2, queen d3, king e1, queen e3, and we had the same position before, just the king is now on c6 instead of a8. So king d1, time for our king, king d5, and we're going to repeat that with white one more time. Queen d3, queen c3, king d1, king e4, king e2 now, and here we don't have to give too many checks, since the king is now activated. He's also supporting the queen, so here we can play queen e3 check, forces the black king immediately in front of the pawn. And now we can play king d3, and here we attack the d2 pawn with king and queen. So black is lost, black can't defend that. And after that, after you take the pawn, it's very easy, king and queen against king, you should know that. And let's go back and resume that real quick. So here in these positions, you have to bring your queen closer, kind of in a zigzag move. As you can see, we start here with queen e7, queen d6, queen e4, queen d4. You have to first bring your queen closer to the pawn and force the black king in front of his own pawn, and that's the time for our king to bring the king closer. And since the white king here in this position is so far away, we have to repeat that process several times, but in the end it doesn't matter, black is just lost. And I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I see you in the next one.